Welcome back to the First Line Library. I'm Jordan, and today I have my Peter Heller collection. So let's jump into it. Welcome back, guys. I'm so happy to be here with you. I figured I would take a little bit of a break from mostly talking about sci-fi and fantasy and talk about my Peter Heller collection. As you can see from before, I had two full stacks of his books, and he's one of my favorite authors of all time. I just really enjoy his prose, his writing style, and his stories. So let's jump into the first book. His first novel he ever wrote, The Dog Stars, one of my favorites. This is post-apocalyptic, coming right out of the pandemic. I read this and it was a little bit eerie, but I really enjoyed it. I also love post-apocalyptic, post-pandemic, dystopian type of story. So this was right up my alley. There's one character in this that I just fell in love with. And I think you will too. This one in particular is very special to me because last year I had the opportunity to meet Peter Heller in person and get this one signed and personalized by him. So that was very special. I'll throw up a picture. That I think I have a picture of meeting him. So yeah, this one is very near and dear to me. I love the book, and I'm happy to have this in my collection. All right, so his next novel, the second novel, is called The Painter. And as you can tell, it's about a painter. What's interesting about this is that this painter kills somebody. And that's not spoiling it because it's right here on the back. It happens in the first few pages. What follows and the journey after that is what I won't spoil. So if this is a story that you think you'd be interested in, check out The Painter. Also, and this I bought secondhand, so I didn't buy this as it came out, but I found a signed copy at Half Price Books, I believe, for a really good price. So I couldn't pass that up. So next to the stack is another copy of The Painter. This was the first one I picked up. It's not signed, but it is a first edition. I like to have multiple copies of books, especially if I want to give one out, loan one out to somebody, or if I find someone who I want to just give it to. I have one, so I just have a signed copy of The Painter in my collection. Third book here is Selene. This was his third published fiction novel. This is about a private investigator, which is based off of his mom. So there's some real life things written into this character. And if you look up some interviews with Peter Heller, he'll tell you a lot of the crazy things that his mom was part of. And I think it's just really, really incredible and fun. This is a really heartwarming story too. So yeah, Selene. This is also a first edition hardcover. It is not signed. Maybe one day I'll get to meet Peter again and get it signed. Next up is The River. Now this is just a standard traditional paperback copy. Nothing spectacular about this. I found it for a couple dollars at Half Price Books. Like I said before, I like to have multiple copies to give out, to loan out. But this is the first edition hardcover. This was the first one I bought when I picked it up. This story is... I love The Dog Stars, but I think The River might be my favorite characters that he's ever written. The bond between the two main characters is just incredible. And man, it really pulls at your heartstrings. So The River, love this book. Right after that is The Guide. Now this involves one of the characters from The River. Completely different story. But you get to see some of the effects that happen to this character in The River play out in The Guide. I really, really enjoy this book too. I think The River is a little bit better. Like I said, I personally like The River most. But yeah, The Guide is also really great. This is another first edition hardcover. In all these books, I didn't buy on release date because honestly, I didn't even know anything about Peter Heller until I picked up The Dog Stars. I think I just rented it from the library. and I didn't even get to finish it because I'm such a slow reader. And then I ended up buying the paperback copy of it and finished it. And then I just went down the rabbit hole of Peter Heller. And The Last Ranger was the first of his books that I actually pre-ordered and got first. So this is The Last Ranger. Really, really awesome book set in the Lamar Valley in Yellowstone. This one, this is the copy that I had pre-ordered. I have another copy of this that I'll show you that was gifted to me. It's kind of warm, another edition of it. So yeah, The Last Ranger. And then his most recent novel, Burn. I also pre-ordered this one and got it on release day. This is another dystopian type book set during a civil war here in the United States. So another really kind of eerie tale that kind of was happening. I was reading it while some things were happening. Really, really enjoyed this book, and I'm really looking forward to see if he continues some of the story from this with the characters. So these are all of the first releases and the trade paperback there. And I actually have another copy of the Dog Star somewhere. It might be loaned out somewhere in a trade paperback. But so now we'll move on to some of my more special edition of Peter Heller books. All right, so this next stack I have here, like I said, these are kind of more of my special editions, gifted edition. So I'll start with The Last Ranger here. This is a signed first edition that my sister-in-law and brother-in-law got for me. So this one's really special. Signed by Peter Heller. Not personalized to me, but nonetheless very special. Next, these are all books I picked up on the used market. So the first one here is a World Book Night US April 23rd, 2014 edition of the Dog Stars. And it is in incredible shape. I don't think it was ever cracked open. So this is just one of the ones that was given away during World Book Night. So yeah, I couldn't pass that up. It was, a few dollars on Pango, I think. Next here I have the UK edition, hardcover edition of the Dog Stars. It's in not the best shape, but I got a really good deal on it. Shipping wasn't too crazy coming from the UK. And, I love this book so much. I wanted to have another copy in my collection. And this cover art I thought was really cool. I really dig it. As you see, like I said, it's pretty faded and worn out, but nonetheless, very special edition. And these last two copies of his books that I have here, these are uncorrected proofs of Burn and The Last Ranger. Now, I did pick these up. Disclaimer, I picked these up on the used market. They're not for resale technically, but I paid like $2 for them. And I was like, I would love to have these in my collection. So here they are, Burn, The Last Ranger, uncorrected proof copies. If you know of how to get in contact with publishers, I've tried to get some arcs of books lately, but some of the publishers don't really want to, reach back out. I've gotten some ebooks that are really awesome. But yeah, if you have any tips and tricks to connect with publishers on getting physical books, let me know down in the comments. That would be awesome. I'd love to chat with you about it. Also, go ahead and like this video. It just really helps spread this channel, spread these videos out to more people like you who want to talk about books with others and with me. So, all right, those are my special editions. So let's move on to the copies of his books that are nonfiction that I have. All right, so here I have two of Peter Heller's nonfiction novels. The first one here is Hell or High Water, Surviving Tibet's Sangpo River. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, let me know. I would love to be able to pronounce it the right way. This is a first edition hardcover that I picked up not long ago. In really, really good condition, and I'm really excited to jump into this. I've heard stories that Peter has talked about from this expedition. And I would love to just see how this this nonfiction book flows with his type of prose. I've not read any of his nonfiction outside of like an article of two. So I'm really, really excited to jump to this book. And then next I have The Whale Warriors. This is the battle at the bottom of the world to save the planet's largest mammals. And as you can tell, it's protecting whales. And I recently just listened to an interview with Peter talking about his time on this ship here. And boy, is it pretty crazy. So this is first edition hardcover, and then this is the trade paperback edition. This one's not in great shape. I picked it up for $1 or $2 on Pango. And then I recently saw the hardcover edition, and again, you know, it's been around for quite a while. It's seen some better days, but I love to have it in my collection, and I'm really excited to read some of Peter Heller's nonfiction. Well, hey guys, thanks for watching this video. So happy to share with you my Peter Heller collection. Let me know if you have any collections going on right now, or if you're looking to start a collection for a certain author or a series that has multiple authors in it. I'd love to know more about that. Let me know down in the comments, or shoot me an email if you want to chat about something else. I'd love to talk with you guys more about books and life. So that's all I have for you today. So take care and God bless.